Eleanor, what are you doing to my clothes? Some laundry just fell off the hamper and she just got very excited. Hey, buddy. Buddy, look at me, honey. And there you are. Hi. I'm going to take a nap in preparation. Oh, look how flexible you are. I'm going to take a nap in preparation for work tonight. Do you want to come down and hang out with me? No? You going to take a bath instead? Buddy. Buddy. Come down with me. Thank you, honey. Yeah. Hi. Eleanor? Hello? Eleanor? Yes, you. I'll see you soon. I have to go to work. And, buddy, I will see you soon. All right. It's a beautiful evening here in Las Vegas. It's even prettier behind me. How pretty are those colors? Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. It is Thursday, I think. I know it's the 22nd of May, 2025. I still can't believe it's 2025. It still feels like it should be 1977, but here it is. It is 7:51. I've got 1 hour and 4 minutes to get to my gate. Plenty of time. I'm just at University Center and Flamingo or something, so I'm right around the corner from the airport. I'm gonna grab a coffee and probably a little bite to eat. I haven't eaten much today. I'm not terribly hungry, but I know I will be in probably an hour, knowing my body. I'm flying off to Newark tonight. I've got another very long layover, and I'm not quite sure what to do because it's supposed to be kind of chilly and kind of rainy. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I'll take you with me, whatever I do. Today has been very, very simple, very easy. I took a melatonin last night because I could not get to sleep. It was probably 2 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't have anything desperate to do this morning to, get a good night's sleep for, but I just could not get to sleep. So I popped a melatonin, and man, it knocked me out. And I woke up to give the cats their treats, and then I went right back to sleep and didn't wake up until probably 11. I mean, it was great. But I didn't do anything all day except for the colors of the sky are beautiful. I wish I could show you. I did stop off at a thrift store called Opportunity Village, somewhere I've never mentioned to you, I don't believe. I've gone in once a very long time ago, and it was such a horrifying experience. I mean, everything was greasy and everything smelled like a thrift store. Compared to Goodwill, it was really bad. So I never went back. And one of my favorite people on YouTube, Sunny in Las Vegas, he's a reseller, a thrifter kind of thing, but he's just a genuinely nice person. And I love listening to him talk. He reminds me actually a lot of Clout Surfer Andy, who I also just adore because she's just a good person, and I just love listening to her talk. Let me slide in here. But he went to Opportunity Village and he found a couple really cute things to resell. So yesterday I went to Opportunity Village and a couple Goodwills with my friend Lacey. I didn't really film anything because I wasn't quite sure how she felt about it. Oh, wait, I have to stop the car. Wait. Look at that sky. Come on. Unbelievable. All right, back to me. So, my friend Lacey, who's a flight attendant with a different airline, I don't know if she wanted to be filmed or anything, so we went to lunch. She's very sneaky. I like to sneak and pay the bill because I just like doing things like that, and she beat me to it. The little sneak. She really got me. Wait, I have to show you this. There's no cars behind me, right? I'm just going to film this as I drive and talk. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So Lacey paid for lunch, the little sneak. We went to 2 Goodwills or 3 Goodwills, found nothing. And except for, I bought a little dance pan, which I may or may not show you. But then we went off to Opportunity Village to poke around, and I hadn't stepped in the door 5 feet, and I saw at the top shelf some things that were absolutely what they call bolos if you are a thrifter or a reseller. A bolo is be on the lookout, and it's for vintage Viking glass. Viking glass has a very, very long history. It's very collectible, some pieces more than others. And I'm going to include a clip or two here after I stop yammering away to show you what I found at the thrift store. I was going to keep it to be a... Look at that sunset. I was going to keep it, the video clips, for a future thrifting video, but I just can't wait to show you what I found. So I'm going to include a couple video clips here, and we'll see what I found at Goodwill. In the meantime, after this, after I finish blah, 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 I'm going to park the car, I head into the airport, grab something to drink and something to eat, and then fly off to fabulous Newark. I hope there's a good parking spot. There's a spot here, but I don't want to walk that far. Then I'm flying off to fabulous Newark. I don't know what is going to happen in Newark because it's supposed to be in the 50s, low 60s with a 20% chance of rain on and off all day. So we'll see what happens, but I'll take you with me. Got a couple outfits, of course. I will talk to you guys later, probably not till Newark, but watch these next video clips. They're of what I found in Opportunity Village. I'm very excited. Now I just have to get off my ass and list them on eBay. Good luck, right? Hey guys, how are ya? So I'm not sure if I'm going to tuck this into a thrifting video, just a thrifting in general video, or just include this in a day in the life of. But a friend of mine, Lacey, who is a subscriber to my channel, but also has become a friend of mine. She's a flight attendant for a different airline. She pops into Vegas once in a while for long layovers, and so we always meet up for thrifting. We always hit a couple Goodwills, then we'll have lunch or something. And we popped into 2 or maybe 3 Goodwills, found really nothing. I found a cake pan. And then, so we popped out for lunch, had Blueberry Hill. I had a hash omelet. It was delicious. Then we popped into Opportunity Village. One of my favorite YouTubers in the world, Sunny Las Vegas, had come here a few days ago and found some really fun little knickknacks and said, "Dude, you have to come down to Opportunity Village." So I thought, well, let's come into Opportunity Village. Can I say Opportunity Village again? I am so excited, guys, I can hardly handle it. So we had barely stepped foot. I don't want to leave my car. I see something I want to pick up. I had barely stepped foot in the store, and one of the first shelves I come to, let's choose this one here. I find this. Anyone recognize this? Ta-da! Anyone recognize that? It's a Viking long-tailed bird. They're apparently very collectible, and they're made by Viking glass, which is no longer in production, I don't believe. $7. I'm very excited to find one of these. But then I saw, this one. Ta-da! In clear with a frosted base. Still has its Viking sticker on it. And then I saw, yeah, well, not just, let's just show you what I found. Ta-da! Guys, it's a flock of Viking long-tailed birds. The red one is the shortest of the tails, and I'm not sure if the length of the tail makes it more aspirational, but apparently there's not a lot of reds out there. But look at this, guys. Look, this one's like my least favorite because it's almost root beer colored, but the rest of them are really, really, really sparkly clear. This one's frosted. Really great colors. So I am going to learn a little bit more about these things. Usually they're listed on eBay from anywhere from like $65, $75, $85. One of the Amberina, the orangey red kind of color, sold for $275. Do I have one of those in my car? I don't know, but we're going to find out because I am definitely going to list these. I know many of you have been already saying in your heads or typing, Stephen, yeah, right, you're never going to list these. I'm going to list these because this sounds like, this looks very exciting to me. My face is numb. I'm so excited. I can only imagine if Mikey Bags of Money or Sunny or even Carrie, the Desert Mermaid, were to see this in my car, I think they would die. I would share these with them if they were with me in the store, but they're not. So I'm super excited. So I'm not sure if I'm going to tuck this in whatever video, but I'm going to pop it on soon. Well, you're watching it. You know when I'm popping it up there. I will see you later. I'm like, and I see something over here I want to grab. I'm very excited, guys. Got a great parking spot, but I had to stop and take another look at the sunset. Isn't that crazy? That is the sunset right over the Las Vegas Strip. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's go to work. They must have rammed in 6 or 8 of us in a row at KCM. Not good, not good, but I'm through and going to Shake Shack. It's up in this very nice suburban, and the day does not look very promising out here. All right, guys, welcome to Newark. Just engaging that safety lock. I put the do not disturb sign on there. I am in the same hotel I was in last week, and I have not checked the room yet for ants. Let's go down here. And nope, everything is nice and clean. Oh, I didn't want to go through that again. Light, where's the light? There's the light. Hey, how are you? Welcome to Newark. Yes, if you did not see last week's video, I stayed in the same hotel, and the room I ended up in, because the first 2 rooms were already occupied, the third room I was supposed to stay in was infested with ants. They were all over the place. Eventually they moved me into a different room. That was the 4th room, and that was on the 6th floor where I am today. And so it looks like the room is free of ants. It might be the fact that it's too cold for ants to be comfortable in the room. So maybe that's why there are no ants here, because it's so freaking cold. So let's turn this temperature up to at least 68. So hey there, hi there, ho there. My flight from Las Vegas here to Newark was uneventful. Very, very simple, very easy. If you've been watching the news, Newark is just full of delays and problems, and I have not experienced a single problem in or out of Newark. So easy peasy. Our passengers were lovely, the ones that were awake. Otherwise, everyone was pretty much asleep. I'm flying with one person who is on my line. I really enjoy her. The other person, yeah, she's good too. She's good too. I'm working in back with a lovely young man. A lovely young man. I can't tell you anybody's names anymore because I can't. So I'm working with 2 very nice ladies up in front. One of them I'm a line holder with. And the other person on the crew is flying in back with me. He is absolutely lovely. Straight. So there's none of that going on. But he's such a nice guy. Nice guy. And had just a really nice time working with him in the back of the aircraft today. So it was a very nice flight. We got here, our shuttle was waiting for us, which is always nice. We got to the hotel. The breakfast, like I mentioned, is never worth waking up for, but it just had some breakfast potatoes, 2 boiled eggs, and a little teeny mini waffle. And I am nice and full and ready for a nap. My goal is to, let's see, it's 7 o'clock in the morning right now. My goal is to sleep maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 at the most. And if the weather is amenable, I will go outside. I will go out to into the city if the weather is okay. It's going to be chilly, but I've got the right outfit for it. So if the weather is nice or just okay, I'm going to go into the city. And my goal would be to go to MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art. If not, I'll just enjoy my layover here at the hotel. I've got my gaming laptop and really nothing to do but play videos and watch and play video games. What else? I think that's it for now. I will see you guys later. Hey guys, hi. So it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. The weather is spectacular outside. It was raining off and on pretty steadily. It was very gray and very chilly outside. It really wasn't like the best weather even to walk outside. So I woke up around 10:30, went back to sleep, woke up at 11:30, went back to sleep, and so on. But I just noticed outside the sun is shining. The day has transformed. So I'm going to pop outside. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk in the general direction of the train because that's where the better, more interesting stuff is in this part of the neighborhood anyway. And I might go into the city. I might not. I don't have to be ready for work until, let's see, our shuttle tomorrow is at noon. So I've got plenty of time to go into the city if I want to. I'm not going to go to any museums because the two that I want to go to, the Guggenheim and MoMA, both close at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm just going to walk around, who knows, just touch things, look at things, oh, look at the tall buildings, blah, blah, blah. I took a couple outfits. I chose to wear a black t-shirt that I usually I wear for work. This camouflage jacket that I love, it's actually light corduroy. And look at me crawling out of my t-shirt here. And I'm wearing this little brooch I really happen to like on top of this camo with a black pair of pants, a big pair of black boots that are fairly comfortable to walk in. And that is the outfit of the day. Let's go into, well, let's see what we see, shall we? I'm walking to Penn Station and there's this baby goose or gosling stuck on the other side of the fence from the family. I think they must have come in from that end because there's no way that little baby flew over here. So I'm gonna try and catch that bird and put it over there somehow. Oh, are you fitting? Are you fitting through? Are you fitting through? Oh, go, 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 kitty. There's a baby goose. Go, squeeze through, squeeze through. Oh, good. Oh my God. All this traffic. I was so afraid that little bird was gonna get stuck out here. Oh, I was gonna have to try and rescue a baby goose, gosling. Oh, I'm so glad it's safe. It's a little bit quieter at this moment. I was walking along trying to head to Penn Station and I found this little goose, the baby goose, who was trapped on the other side of this fence. He must have squeezed through. His parents were frantic. I could see it in their little goose eyes. And I was gonna pick it up and then walk around and, oh my God, I didn't want to rescue this little goose. But it squeezed through the fence. I'm so pleased. Otherwise, I was gonna have to rescue a goose. This is my path to the train station. A little bit of nature in Newark. Yeah, this is fun. Right there. So I wasn't quite sure if I was actually going to go into the city because the weather does look a little iffy, but I checked the schedule and the next train into the city is in 5 minutes, so I might as well. Then you can see it's starting to sprinkle. We'll see what happens. Pretty colors. Alright, oh, I see some seats. Oh, I see lots of seats. Alright. Let's sit over here. Okay. Alright, so I am hungry and I gotta pee. So I'm gonna find, and not necessarily in that order. So I'm gonna find a little boys' room. Then I think there's food options down there. Then we'll figure out which direction we're going in. Yummy. Looks like it's still raining. I love this guy right here with the sign. Warning. Drunkards, thieves, liars, atheists, fornicators, Muslims, racists. Hell awaits. Judgment is coming. Don't go to hell. I'd love to sit down and share our stories with each other and see whether or not he really knows what hell is. Love these people. I'm not judging you, but you're going to hell. Alrighty, so after that yummy slice of pizza, I left Penn Station and then where I usually head up towards the direction of Central Park in that part of town, I swung the other way. I'm heading down 25th right now, coming up on 6th Avenue. My goal is to kind of go in the direction of the High Line, which might be a mistake. Isn't this a fun little yard? It might be a mistake because it is 5:12 of the afternoon, and I'm not sure what the High Line looks like on a Friday afternoon. So, well, the weather might keep people away, so we'll see. Well, it started pouring like buckets. And so I stopped in Dunkin's, which was right here, to get myself a little bit of caffeine and hopefully let this storm pass. Hopefully it's quick. And seconds later, it's over. Look at these columns. They look like something ancient from Egypt or something, the way they're worn down. Crazy. And welcome to the High Line. It looks like the day has improved a little bit. If you've never been here before, this right here used to be an elevated train track. You can see some train tracks here. I think these were installed. I don't think these were the original train tracks. I don't remember them looking like this when I first got here, when I first came here back in 2009, but they might be. This place has gone from like a place that you really wouldn't want to see during the day or night into being an aspirational like tourist destination. Could you imagine living in these places right here? I mean, it looks like something out of George Jetson's future, you know? But yeah, this neighborhood, I spent endless hours here doing some really unpleasant things on purpose for fun. There is a bar close by, it's actually still open, called the Eagle. If anyone's old enough to remember the Police Academy movies, yeah, you're old. If you remember the Police Academy movies, they always end up, the good guys, always end up in this really comedic leather gay bar. And it's always a hoot because the bad guys always get like attacked by the gay guys, and that's haha funny. That bar, if you plucked it out of the movie and put it into the real world and made it really yeah, organic in a lot of ways, that would be the Eagle. And I spent endless hours doing all sorts of things there. And it's so funny now to be middle-aged walking along the High Line, which is now a destination. It's just surreal. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That's some sort of inflatable structure, I think. Really neat. This looks like something out of a Disney futuristic film. Insane. Here's the map. It used to start at 14th Street and go up to 28th Street. And they've extended it, I think, a little bit down there, but they've extended this quite a bit. Look at this, people looking cute. This, which is some sort of sculpture you can walk on, I guess. The shops at Hudson Yard, I think it's called. This is just insane because this was just where you came to buy drugs in the past. Crazy. That is cool. I wonder if it costs money to go up there. Probably does. The Hudson's right there. Wow, this is insane. I know I'm belaboring the point. I know. You're tired of hearing it. But you can buy Rolex, Dior, Bulgari, Cartier. But 25 years ago, the only thing you bought down here was a person for a few hours or drugs. I still can't believe how developed this part of New York has become. It's insane to me. I hate filming in portrait mode, but I can't capture the form of this structure without going into portrait mode. This is called the Vessel. It's 16 stories high, 150 feet high. And people, well, you don't really see that many people on it right now, but people pay about $12, $15 to climb to the top of that. And honestly, you'd have to pay me to climb all those stairs. Thank you very much, but it's still pretty cool. On the High Line, I want to go down to where it's been extended. There's a sculpture I want to look at over there, but here you can see, was an observation piece of glass here, but you can see sort of the structure of the High Line and how it's built on an elevated platform that used to be train tracks. But let's go over there. And here I'm coming upon the sculpture I saw from a distance, and I wanted to see. If you didn't know, I love pigeons. I love pigeons. I have empathy and compassion for pigeons. They're not just rats with wings. They're intelligent, social animals. And I love pigeons. And this is a giant pigeon. I love him. Or her. I think it's a her because it's not very colorful. But look. It's really detailed. That's great. The ubiquitous Empire State Building. Everywhere you look, there it is. These clouds are absolutely mesmerizing. Looks like mother of pearl. So beautiful. That's New Jersey over there. And I am heading a little bit further down. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to stop. This goes down past 14th Street, which is in the general area of Greenwich Village. I might pop in Greenwich Village for a bit. We'll see. I just stepped out of a rare public restroom and the wind picked up and it started blowing rain. So it's a little messy. I'm going to hide under this little alcove for a little while. Right, it stopped raining for now. And we are walking along, I think this is 12th Street, heading in the direction of Greenwich Village. It's all very pretty, glittering with all these little raindrops. Fun little balloons. On Jane Street, my favorite hotel in New York City is right down there. I just walked past it, the Jane Hotel. I made a video about staying there once when I first started my channel years ago. I love the Jane Hotel. Super minimal. The single rooms are the size of an airplane galley, but I just love it. I think it's charming, it's very affordable, and it's in a very cool neighborhood. So if you're ever looking to stay in New York, in this part of town, check out the Jane Hotel. Look at these alum. Oh my God, those are so beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm surprised there aren't bees all over the place. Maybe the rain stopped them. How beautiful are those? Towards Christopher Street, but look, Christoffel. Does anyone remember when I sold that crystal and silver plate wine carafe for $500? I bought it for $10 at Goodwill and I sold it for $500. I listed it for $9.75, but someone offered $500 and I took it. But you know, people often ask, how do you know what to grab? Like, how do you know what is valuable versus not? And if you look at these little cocktail forks and knives and spoons and stuff, you just see the pattern and you can see just like there's a quality about it that makes it sort of feel aspirational, even just looking at it. And everything Christoffel makes is gorgeous, and you'd see it and recognize it a million miles away. I would love that tumbler. Look at that silver plate Christoffel tumbler with a leather cuff. Oh, in a million years, I'd love that. I would never buy it, but oh my God, I would love that. I would feel so fancy. But I would love to walk in here and look at their flatware patterns and maybe their silver if they sell it in store. I love Christoffel. All right, let's keep walking. I found Christopher Street. Here's London, one of the few remaining fetish shops in New York. And it is crazy busy down there. I don't know if there's, I mean, it's a Friday night in New York, so I'm sure restaurants are packed, but there's a line that must be 50 or 60 people deep down here. Yeah, I'm going to walk around Christopher Street for a few minutes and then think about heading home. I have not eaten, what have I eaten today? Oh, I had that piece of pizza. That was a while ago. It's 7:30 almost. I should eat something soon. Whoops. That line was to get into this pizzeria. They're eating it on top of trash cans. It must be good pizza. Oh, this is Thai's? Thai's. This is Thai's, guys. Oh my God, I want to go in. I want to go in. It was, it's a bear bar. If you know what a gay bear is. I'm a bear. But it's one of the last gay bars on frickin' Christopher Street, and that's shocking to me. I want to go in and have a soda, but no, I'm tired, and I'm not quite dressed for ties with a brooch. Yeah. Can you hear the music in the background? It's like late 70s disco, and there's this susurration, is that the proper use of the word, of these mingled middle-class to older gay men in a bear bar wearing leather and denim, and it's just there's a very particular sound to that kind of bar, and I am very intimate with it. It's been decades since I've hung out at Thai's, but it looks exactly the same. I'm not tempted to really go in there because, I mean, it just isn't my place anymore. But the memories and the feelings behind those memories, oh my God, so visceral, so great. So a moment ago, I was just saying something similar on camera because I was just talking as you usually do. And this older guy with a woman walks by, and I don't know what his inspiration was, but he made a homophobic slur as he walked behind me and went, "Hoo!" And I was filming, and I filmed my reaction, and then I deleted that because I really didn't want you to see me at my... It was not pretty, my reaction, because I basically just turned around and said, "You're a little old to be a dick." But I said it with more venom than I usually... I said it with, the acid is how I reacted. But I didn't include that in the video because I didn't want you to see me that ugly. I've done reliving my experience at Thai's. I'm going to continue on. Probably head back towards Penn Station because I'm getting tired. My feet are killing me. I'm wearing these Stacey Adams, which are much nicer than the brand name would imply. These boots, and they probably weigh 2.5 pounds each, maybe 3. They're very, very heavy boots. Yeah, I think I'm going to head back to the hotel. Maybe have a nibble first. And end this very long day. I'm so glad I came into town, though, as I usually am. Well, it's raining again. This is one of my favorite intersections in all of New York. Right over here, we have the Stonewall Inn. We'll visit that in a moment. This park, boy, it's really starting to rain. Let me get under an awning. This park across the way has some sculptures that are really heartrending when it comes to the AIDS crisis in this country and how this country reacted. But there's lots of sculptures here who it's really powerful. Behind me is the Stonewall Inn, which I'll show you. The duplex. I've spent many hours singing along at the duplex. Down there is Christopher Street, where we just were. And so many things and experiences that I can't even begin to tell you. Christopher Street is one of my favorite places in the world. And my nipple was pierced right down. I had my nipple pierced down there years ago. They took that out after I got stabbed. I still miss that little piercing. But let's walk over to the Stonewall Inn. People are hiding from the rain. I'm trying to think of when the first time I came to New York and went to the Stonewall Inn, and here it is. Here it is. Now, for you heterosexual people, I love you very much, but to my LGBT friends, you know that this is definitely a landmark, a piece of history that changed my life, and I don't even have the words to really describe how important this building is. Yay! All right, I'm not going in though. I want to get back to my hotel room. And unfortunately, when you go in there, it's always very quiet. There's not a lot of activity in there. I wish there were more people supporting the bar, but there we are. All right, I'm gonna wait for a break in the rain, and I'm gonna run for the subway. I don't think there's gonna be a break in the rain for a bit, so I'm just gonna go. I'm so pleased I came down here, even if it's raining. Just seeing the Stonewall Inn and Christopher Street, really powerful memories. Oh, here. Woo! Wow. This is the subway at Christopher Street. I'm going to take the 1 train. Woo! I'm just leaving 23rd, and I think Penn Station's on 34th or something like that, but on the way. 34th Street, Penn Station. Now to find the New Jersey Light Transit line. By dumb luck, I got to the train station just as my train was boarding. So happy. Heading back into Newark. Oddly pretty, isn't it? Well, thank you very much, bed. That was a very much appreciated night's sleep. I'm in my uniform, so I cannot say hi to you face to face, but I am heading off to the airport. I'm going a little bit early because I want to hit Dunkin's to grab a coffee before our shuttle shows up. And then we're off to Vegas, and then we have a Burbank turn with a 2-hour sit. Yay! Apparently there's some confusion over what time our shuttle is supposed to leave. The book last night said 12:15 this afternoon, and then our transportation company says 12:35. So I'm going down a little early. I'm going to grab that coffee, but I'll just be out there waiting because the last thing I want to do is be late for work because of a misunderstanding on paper. Here's my feed again because I can't talk to you in person, but 3 of us chose to, hey there, to go through regular security because KCM was taking so long. And then one of my coworkers and I waited for KCM. They did show up. I got through. The other person got randomed. They really wanted some pizza from this particular place, so I'm going to go get them a piece of pizza so they can have their pizza and get to the gate on time. Such a good guy, right? Oh, I don't want to do this day. And I have the same exact trip next week, too. Oh. All right, you've seen this view before many, many times. You know where you are. You're in Burbank. Our first flight of the day, exhausting. 5 hours and, 5 hours, 42 minutes. It was almost 6 hours. And just exhausting. I have an amazing crew. In particular, I'm flying with this young man in the back. He has just been the best flight attendant. Really, really fantastic. The ladies up in front are great. We're actually having a fantastic time. Very nice to say. And most of the passengers on our first flight were fine. A couple just honestly touched every one of my nerves. But we got through it. We got through it. You can do anything with a good crew. Our flight here to Burbank, very light load, as it usually is. And then we're flying back to Vegas in a few minutes. And I'll be done with my day. It's been a very long day. But thank goodness, a good crew. You can get through anything, including a day like today. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to Las Vegas. Welcome back to my car, Shimi. It is 10:03 p.m. I did walk here very slowly because I have been drained of every bit of life. Today was so long. Another 12-hour plus day. I've got a 12-hour plus day every single trip I have this month. It's usually on go home day too. I just think I'm always going to get used to it, and I don't. But it's over. The day is over. I get to go home. I'm not even going to eat because I had a little snack on the plane, and I'll just give the cats their treats, and we're all going to go to bed. I've got tomorrow off, but then I've got a one-day trip. That's a 12-hour day, of course. Yeah, our day was long. The first leg of the day was almost 6 hours because we had a constant headwind the entire time. 99.9% of the passengers were lovely. There were a handful that could not seem to understand when we asked passengers to do certain things for their safety, for my safety, or for everyone's safety, that we're not picking on you. It's really just asking you to do something. And just a couple people chose not to follow those very simple directions that didn't hurt. Whatever. It was enough to color that flight, honestly. It was enough to make that one flight less than pleasant. And I love my job. I love my passengers. Just this first flight of the day just didn't sit well, but it's over. The next thing, we had to turn to Burbank. We would have had a 2-hour sit, but because our flight was so impacted by that headwind, we really didn't have much of a sit at all. The Burbank turn was effortless, super easy, no challenges. My crew was fantastic. The young man who I'm working with in the back, unbelievably nice, unbelievably kind. He's going to be moving soon. I literally offered to help him move some of his stuff because he's just a nice guy. And I'm working with a lady who is on my line, and we work well together. And there was someone else as part of the crew that I have not worked with for years. And I think the last time we worked together, it wasn't like a really amazingly cohesive experience. So I was kind of unsure as to what we would experience today, but it was fantastic. I had a great time. A lot of laughs, a lot of sharing of information and experiences. Just a really, really nice crew. I didn't meet our flight crew at all, so I have no idea what's going on there. But I need to go home because I'm overly tired. You can probably hear that. I need to give the cats their treats. I believe I have enough for the night and for tomorrow morning. And then I have to go buy some more. I'm off tomorrow. Then the following day, I've got a one-day trip. Again, it's like a 12-hour duty day, but it's time and a half and it's lots of money. So I'm definitely going to do it. But I think that's it. Thank you for joining me. What am I missing? I wanted to include a couple clips on some items I was able to find at a thrift shop, but I'll include that in a different video. Very exciting find. Very exciting. You will definitely want to look at that video. But in the meantime, I will see you guys later. All right. Fly safe. Bye.